Little boxing talk. Second live stream of the day. Went live earlier. I figure I go live again. Right? On my way home from the slave ship. You know what I'm saying? Well, like I see it, fellas. You know, Tyson Fury, yeah, he can fight whoever he wants. Tyson Fury is the one that has to ultimately choose who is he going to go into a fight with, right? He's the one. Not the other way around. He's the A side in all this. So, we had conversations already about laws was happening. We had conversations. Well, we didn't have conversations. There were conversations about Tyson Fury fighting Francis Ngannou, right? Right? The UFC fighter who is now a PFL fighter, I believe. Anyways, he doesn't fight for the UFC anymore due to compensation, right? But you know, a lot of people don't know nothing about that, so I got to put it out there. Like, the guy wasn't getting paid enough, right? Dana White was taking, and whatever who owns the UFC now was taking a lot of money from the dude for the fights he was putting on. They wouldn't show him the books, so he's putting his life on the line. They wouldn't show him the P&Ls, you know. So what he does is he goes with the competitor who are willing to show him the P&Ls, which would any sensible human being would do, you know. Nobody was all up in Conor McGregor's ass when he was trying to dictate terms and all that shit, right? But as soon as this guy does, all of a sudden it's a problem. So anyways, from the chronological events on who Tyson Fury was going to fight, everybody was going to have to, bow down to this guy's and his demands. And that's just point blank period. You know, even Usyk with those 3 belts still was going to have to bow down to his demands. Even for a 70-30 fucking split. Right? So, I say all this to say, from the chronological events, that maybe Tyson Fury knew of this all along. Because we have seen people turn down fights, right? Knowing down well they can get fights elsewhere. And what does Tyson Fury do? He goes, allegedly, you know, because we all know Tyson Fury is the pull-out king when it comes to fights. The pull-out king. Always being the common denominator when it comes to fights not happening, because he's the pull-out king. He doesn't set it and forget it. You see what I'm saying? Only time he sets and forget it is in that's his wife's little snatch. Right? So that's why I believe that he was going for this all along. If people wouldn't bow down to his demands, this is what he had in his back pocket. Not only that, people caught him in lies. People caught him in lies. Usyk caught the dude in a lie. And what happened? People still believe the guy. Oh, Usyk is dunking. Come on, bro. Dude agreed to a 70-30 split. What else do you want? And Usyk's team called it. We agreed to what he's doing, but he's going to ask for something else. Every time you give the dude an inch, he's going to keep on taking. It's like a hostage. It's like it's basically like almost extortion. When somebody's trying to blackmail you with some, and they say, if you don't pay me, I'm going to put your business out there. You paid them, then they're like, nah, we want more. It wasn't enough. You pay them again, nah, we want more. It wasn't enough. We know you got it. Right? Law say, I don't know anything about this Francis man. Besides MMA. And who's training him? Is he? So I know he up in Don House, up in there, because he was with Wilder up in there. So who's gonna be training him for this bout, right? Or who has been training him for this bout? Because we've been hearing talks about Francis getting into boxing since he left the UFC, and that's been months ago. That's what I'm thinking, Laws. It was planned all along. J.O. said, yeah, Francis left the UFC for the reasons he knew the fight was in the work. And that too. That too. Because if Francis would have stayed with the UFC, right, and fought Tyson Fury, how much money you think the UFC would have took? More than 10%? More than 30% probably. And guess what? Francis don't get to see the books. Those precious P&Ls. Wouldn't even get to see that. So of course, I would have fucking left too. I would have left too, and I would have told John, look, this is what these cats is offering us. Your contract's almost up. We could do a UFC, we could do a mixed martial art fight without the UFC, nobody else, just me and you. What do you say? You know how much them cats up over there in Saudi Arabia would have probably gave them? And didn't need nobody else but them two? Just get your promoters and y'all managers together. They already have this set up, you know, in the UAE. They already have the setup in America. They already have the setup in Britain. They have the setup to put that damn octagon and get your ring doctors, get your judges, get your referees. They already have this setup out there. They already have it. I don't understand why folks in the UFC always got to bow down to somebody, some bald-headed dude. Some bald-headed dude who you risking your life, right? And that octagon can't even give you an honest wage. Law said Eddie Hills left the cat out of the bag about this fight happening a few weeks ago. Michael, yeah, I didn't see that. I mean, but it looks like this is exactly what happened. Hey, AJ, you want to fight? No, I don't like that contract, man. This is what it's gonna be. I'm moving on. Oh, AJ ducking me. Usyk, you want to fight? Oh, you gotta do this then the third. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, you don't want that? Oh, you know what? Fuck that. You ducking me. I'm moving on. Come on, man. Come on. Law say he was supposed to fight Wilder a long time ago in boxing as well. Yeah, and tried to run out. Like he didn't read the fucking contract. Like his lawyers didn't read the fucking contract. They just fucking, look, I'm telling y'all, Tyson Fury is definitely scared of losing. He's definitely scared of losing. He loses, I'm telling you, this dude loses, he's gonna lose all the power that he have over people. It's kind of like the same way with anybody else that loses. You see how many people leave? You see how many people talk shit about them? Keep it real on them when they leave, when they finally lose. You see how these people act? He's definitely scared. He ain't got fucking mental illness. He's just a big ass baby in a big man's body. That's what he is. That's what he is. A goddamn Decepticon. A female in the male's body. I wouldn't be surprised if them kids ain't his. I wouldn't be surprised if them kids was Huey Fury's kids. Yeah. Wouldn't be fucking surprised. Yeah, but that's what he do. He just needs to be. He don't need to look. Any day, he could start being honest. You know, poor old Frank Warren. Imagine what Frank. Frank Warren is not the most. He's shady too. That's what they call him, fucking fish eyes. He's shady too. But right along with him, Frank Warren, right? Look at Frank Warren. The predicaments that Tyson Fury has put him in. If Tyson Fury wasn't making all this money, he wouldn't be putting up with this shit. He wouldn't. He wouldn't be putting up this shit if he wasn't making all that money. He would have been fucking gone. He would have been dropped his ass. And that's just what it is. I'm telling y'all, man. Wilder talks about retirement. This woman, the Gypsy Queen, talks about retiring. Wilder's talk about fighting a UFC fighter. He talks about fighting a UFC fighter. Wilder ties his fucking shoes from left to right. He ties his shoes from left to right. You see what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. And I'm all for people trying to maximize their marketability and by way of social media. But when you come on social media and you literally take the stick out and start poking your fucking fans in the eyeball, telling them that I'm making all the money, all them other heavyweights laughing at them, whoop-de-whoop-whoop. But you're only doing that because somebody in Saudi Arabia or whatever is willing to pay you bukus of money up front for a meaningless fucking fight. The only thing that fight is gonna mean is if Francis Ngannou happens to win or knock this motherfucker out. That's the only way this fight is gonna be meaningful. Tyson Fury wins, no shit he should win. He's a professional fucking fighter fighting somebody who doesn't have a professional boxing fucking record. Laws D says, Harry Fury kids. Yeah. Laws D Punch Out TV said Frank Warren is a scumbag. He needs to get his shit together. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for anybody that has to deal with this Tyson Fury character. And I said to folks a long time ago, which one really hurts boxing? A fighter making excuses or a fighter not making fights? Which one really hurts boxing? A fighter making excuses or a fighter not making fights? I brought that shit up with people on BDA and all the other channels, and people, and there's fucking crickets. They don't want to hear that shit. They want to hear what's wrong with me. What's wrong? They want to talk about fighters making excuses. Don't look good for the sport. Fighters not, look at that baby ass deer. Where your mama at? Oh, somebody must have shot your damn mama because you ran up out of here. You ran cut your little ass. You know, bring your ass back over here, you old baby deer. Put your ass on my barbecue grill. Yeah. Shit, man. Cats out here always looking for people like Deontay Wilder to look bad in the streets, but them same cats won't call Tyson Fury out. Now, as far as Tyson Fury being stripped of the belt, right? I also said a long time ago, none of these sanctioned bodies, none of them I said it when it came to Tyson Fury. I said it when it came to Ryan Garcia. None of these sanctioning bodies want to touch anything relating to mental health. None of them want to strip anybody. None of them want to enforce anything when somebody is going through a mental health crisis. None of them. I told you guys, right? When Devin Haney was champion in recess, so the WBC can make Devin Haney wait again to be champion. On the cusp of Lomachenko, right, and some other clown fighting what was rightfully his. And that's what happened. No mental health involved. Right? Now, should Charlo be stripped? Yeah. They should have made his ass champion in recess a long time ago. But they're damn for sure ain't about to do that now. Now when he got a fight coming up, Derek Bailey, what's happening? Why would they strip somebody that got a fight coming up? Right? I think, hey man, let me tell y'all something. This shit right here is ass. It's ass. It's fucking trash. It's fucking trash. That shit's fucking trash. Who the fuck thought that shit was a good idea? Tastes fucking weird. Tastes like, that's the reason why when I took that sip, I looked down at it, man. I thought I was drinking fucking cigarette water. Used cigarette water. It's fucking ass. They sell you anything these days. Hold up. Turn his Wi-Fi on. Mental health shit. They don't want to touch it. But I guess Devin Haney, I guess him in this situation and didn't meet the guidelines on what was best for boxing or best for him to do was to get this dude up out of here, get him up out of there, and put on something else. So I know people want to all keep the same energy, but let's keep it real. Let's keep it real if you want to talk about stripping, right? The WBC never had the chance to strip Tyson. These sanctioned bodies never had the chance to strip Tyson Fury. Never had it. Dude should have been stripped a long time ago. Man, what the fuck I do with my damn lighter? He should have been stripped a long time ago anyways. And I hope since we got to this point. Oh, I found it. I wish now that we got to this point, people start to do that. Do what everybody else. They talk about everybody talking about urban and watch how many motherfuckers start talking about Earl being a drunk, crashing the vehicle drunk, and all this stuff coming up, leading up for this fight. Watch how many people. I gotta water these down shit before I go fishing. Watch. Mark my fucking words. Mark my motherfucking words. They already talking about he drunk already. So mark my motherfucking words. How many people's gonna be doing that, man? It's ridiculous. You can't let that go, but everybody else supposed to let Tyson Fury's Nandrolone incident go. You're not supposed to bring it up, right? You're not supposed to bring it up. No nothing. Nobody could test him being Lineal champion, right? How you lineal champion when you was never? I'm just saying, man. Let's be real. Let's be real. What are these damn plants? What we got here? Oh, Law said, "What's up, Derek?" And then Derek barely says facts. They're already doing it. Yeah, they're gonna keep doing it. Why not? Why not? These sectional bodies, man. That's why I said a long time ago. We can't be saying in 1 minute WBC stands for we be corrupt. Then the next minute cry about undisputed. When they ain't gonna let it happen anyway. Right? If that was the case, hey, one of y'all answer this question. Have any point in the history of boxing have all these sanctioned bodies got together and ordered a mandatory for undisputed? Have they ever done it? That's what I want to know. Have they ever done it? In the history of boxing, have all these sanctioned bodies got together and say, we're going to order y'all for undisputed, order y'all for a unification? Have they ever done it? Derek said, now that I think Laws might know then. Shit, Eagle Web, Blood, one of them motherfuckers know if they ever did. Somebody got the answer. That's what they should have did. That's what the fuck they should have did. Get in here and fight or give it up. You take your little 70-30 and y'all figure it out. They didn't want to figure it out. What's so hard to figure out from somebody that can't knock you out? Right? What's so hard to figure out to make a fight with somebody that can't knock you out? That literally will make you, in a lot of people's eyes, unquestionable about your boxing skills. If he would have beat Tyson, if he would have beat Alexander Usyk, especially if he would have outboxed him for 12 rounds, then nobody would be able to contest his boxing knowledge, or how the lineage of him being a gypsy queen and all that shit. But I tell you what, didn't want to do it. Want to be the boss, but don't want to pay the cost to be the boss. That's what it is. You don't want to pay the cost to be the boss. Just want to laugh at people and how you the so-called king of the heavyweight division and you ain't beat everybody. You still got to fight AJ. You still got to fight Usyk, right? Right. Even if you had all the belts, right? Isn't that the key to being undisputed? Is for undisputed to be undisputable? Not just collecting 4 belts. Shouldn't it be undisputable? That hey, well, he beat Deontay Wilder twice. He beat AJ. He beat Usyk. Everybody would have to throw their hands up. He didn't want to do it. Guess what he did? Ran. He ran like a chicken. He ran like a chicken. He ran. He ran. Like I said, motherfuckers want to talk about all that crap. Talk about, oh, Deontay Wilder this, Deontay Wilder that, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? What kind of man will make excuses and stuff? What kind of man gonna run from somebody he knows? He vocalizing that he knows he could whoop, and everybody know he ain't got no power. Everybody know. Dude was fighting in cruiserweight all his damn fucking career, the whole lot of his fucking career, and now all of a sudden this guy doesn't want to just go in there and get rid of him for $30 million. But instead goes over there and have these rumors about him fighting Francis Ngannou, right? But instead, that's what we gotta deal with, the rumors of him fighting Francis Ngannou. I wouldn't put it past him if it does happen, but then again, like I said, he's the pull-out king. He's the pull-out king. You know, he can't be trusted. Nah, watering these plants that were just planted, making sure they don't fucking die. Make sure they get enough water. Some of them they starting to grow a bit, but they're starting to grow a bit, but not too much. Yeah, they were a lot smaller than this. A few coconuts. I'll show you what it looked like in this. Yeah, I'll show you. This is how it look. You could plant a coconut. You could just find them like this. You just put them down and they'll grow all by themselves. They just grow right out of the thing. You could walk around and find them sprouting on their own. And you just plant them where you just pick up the thing and plant it where you wanted to plant it. You don't want to do it next to fences and stuff because you don't want it to bend the fence, bow the fence over. Yeah. Lost D said, "What are you doing? Having a piss?" Nah, man. So that'd be a long ass stream, boy. Long ass stream, boy. Strong. You know what I'm saying? Law said, Fury's a damn joke, Michael. He is. And somebody finally needs to shut this dude up. You know? You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear none of it, man. Like this dude literally threatened to sue Wilder for saying he cheated, right? And then Wilder continues to say he cheated and doesn't do a damn thing. Ask yourself fucking why. Ask yourself fucking why. He don't fucking say shit. Ask yourself why. If it ain't with Wilder, it's somebody else. Right? If it ain't with him, it's with somebody else. You know? And I thought boxing was gonna do something about rabbit punches and elbows and all this shit. But they ain't did shit yet. The only person they did it to was KSI because it was so fucking blatant. But they don't do nothing about it when when Andrew Ruiz do it. They don't do nothing about it when Andrew Ruiz do it. They don't do nothing about when Tyson Fury do it. They don't do nothing about it when a lot of these fighters throwing shots to the back of the head. But the only thing they did was, I tell you what they did do. They're starting to cut down on holding. Clinching. They're starting to cut down on that. But they're starting to cut down on clinching. You seen them. They took a point from old boy like right away. Like right away. Didn't gave him 2 warnings, gave him 1 warning. And took a point. Man, these dudes is a joke, man. All these cats is a joke. All these sanctioned bodies is a joke. They could have nipped this shit in the butt and ordered these dudes to fight, but they didn't. But they fucking didn't. They didn't. This dude got a hold over of boxing, and don't nobody want to do nothing about it, right? Don't nobody want to do nothing about it. Like he was up over there, Daniel Kinningham's best mate. Everybody know it, and they failed to even bring that up, right? But all these cats want to talk about Jay Prince. All these cats wanted to talk about where that money coming from with BLK Prime, right? They want to talk about that, but they didn't want to bring up the dude with the $5 million bounty on his head. They didn't want to talk about that. Why is that? Hmm? What do y'all think is that? Hmm? I wonder why. Law said WC will do nothing, Mike. Fury is that great white hope story, pal. Oh, yeah, and Tay Jones saying that he heard that Fury might get stripped because Michael Benson came out and said he heard something from somebody resourceful, and they said they ain't gonna do shit. And Tay Jones came out and said, "Wait a minute now, that's a cap, because I heard otherwise." So how the fuck they gonna do that though? How you gonna strip somebody without ordering nothing? How you gonna strip somebody without ordering anything? Well, it's like you absolutely can't. I mean, in my book, you got to give people enough time, right? Right? You can't just strip people, right? I would have figured that you would have had to give them enough time to get things straight. I mean, what they gonna do? Tell him he got 6 months to fight somebody? What they gonna do? Tell him he got 5 months, 4 months to fight somebody? Right? That's what I'm assuming. He fought Dillian. He fought his mandatory. So don't he get a year? So don't he get a year? Derek said, right. And then Derek Bailey says, that's facts, Laws. And then Laws D Punch Out TV says, exactly, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, they didn't want it. They didn't want it. Look at Paulie. What did Paulie say? The Eastern European is running boxing. That's what he said. That's what he said. I mean, it's not verbatim, but pretty much what amounts to what he said. So I don't know. I don't know how you can say at the end of the day how Laws is wrong. I mean, we saw it with Lomachenko over the years. I ain't never seen a fast track to world titles a day in my damn life. I ain't never seen that. And then the follow up that they had with it to ensure that he was always in the limelight and talked about basically all these fighters should be talked about like how Lomachenko was treated. I think that's part of the problem. I think part of the problem is that these whoever these boxing people is, like, if they just sat down and really talked about, you know, how can they get people to watch the sport of boxing, that's to stop shitting on other fighters. And where the shitting on, it comes from, the shitting on comes from the lack of support that they give other fighters. The lack of support. That's what I would say. The lack of support is not there. It's just not there. Did it used to be? Yeah. Did it used to be? Yeah. We used to hear about how the what was it, the Daily Star or the Mirror or something like that. We used to hear about how they used to write articles about the bum of the month fights and stuff like that. Right? We used to hear about that, right? Right? So now, but they used to big up everybody out here. Big up everybody. No shit, no nobody. And now look. Now look what we amounted to. Right? Jared Anderson was supposed to fight some dude, and luckily He ended up fighting Charles Martin and winning. But look at him. Folks rather talked about. Folks was more willing to talk about his mindset. You know what I'm saying? Leading up to the fight versus his actual fucking boxing fucking skills. Right? Okay, Law said his last mandatory was 17 months ago. Why I have not stripped him yet? Yeah, see, 17 months ago. 17 months ago. Right? So, when is, so Daniel Dubois, who's fighting for the diamond belt, or what is it, the diamond or the silver that gets you the mandatory? Who's over there fighting for that right now? Who's fighting for that? Is it Daniel, or is it yeah, who's fighting for that? I can't remember. I gotta go. I can't remember, but somebody is. Somebody is. Somebody's out there fighting for it, because I don't think it's I don't think they found somebody yet, but they need to. Derek Laws D saying Derek Bailey spot on 100. Basically, Derek Bailey said, yeah, that was what Polly said. See, I knew I wasn't tripping. He also goes to say, especially for American fighters. See, Laws D Punch Out TV says facts about Loma. Top Rank even had the check to put on TV that Loma had never lost a fight before his loss to Lopez. Yeah, they did. Everybody remember that. I remember. I don't know who was the first person, but I think I was on Drew Titan's channel when I heard that. Because I don't really pay attention to that shit. Because usually what you see on the marquee when it's dealing with usually what you see on the marquee when it's dealing with CompuBox and all that shit is pretty much meaningless to me. And the reason why I say it's pretty much meaningless to me because that's their way of telling the story. And these dudes can never get the damn story right. You know? They can never get their damn story right. They be lying on fighters' names, on their records, on what really happened with some of these things. And then they look at fight fans like we supposed to be stupid. Because there's a mix of us. There's people that really pay attention, then there's people that don't pay attention. But the people that pay attention, when you call people out, they get pulled up and wrapped into the category of people who don't pay attention. So it's always gonna be a battle. You know? It's always gonna be a battle between the knowledgeable ones, the so-called knowledgeable ones, which are the people on ESPN, and the people who make themselves out to be the social media propagandalists, and people like me and y'all. You know, there's always going to be a battle with that, because when we say anything that doesn't align with what they're talking about, we get called a hater. They tell us that's the problem with boxing. We got a bunch of people that don't know anything about boxing, and this and the third. People can't tell me one dude in the history of boxing that got all of the fights that he called right, all of them. Can't tell me that. The history of boxing, one dude getting all his fight predictions right. If that's the case, we all be rich. If that's the case, if we knew who that was, we would all be fucking rich.
Lost D Punch FC. No, Danny has a W. Oh, he do? He got the WBA regular. Lost D Punch TV. The last person I knew who had it was Dillian White before his loss to Fury. But somebody's up there with it now. Somebody should be up in contention for that diamond belt. Cause I know. Because look at Daniel. Daniel take a L. Daniel takes a knee, and it appears like he quit. Right? And it appears like he quit. And all of a sudden, like everybody's supposed to fucking forget. And look where he's at right now. Right? Look where he's at right now. I'm just saying. Hold up. People are out here literally rewarding people for losing and giving them participation trophies. You know? Literally rewarding the dude for losing. And putting them right back in there, in contention for losing. For taking a big fat L. In the worst way. In one of the worst ways. Shit, a lot of people rather get knocked out than have to take a knee for a 10 count. Right? Nope, but not him. He just said, I quit. Rightfully so. I mean, shit was fucked up, but still. Nobody told you to get into boxing just to quit because it gets a little bit tough in there for you. You know? Nobody told you to get into this game. It ain't meant for everybody. If boxing was meant for everybody, then everybody would be boxing. I ain't gonna lie. If I got into boxing, I'd be like, damn. Shit, I'd be like, damn. I gotta fight who? Shit. I would keep it real. I ain't that experienced, but I'm sure gonna get in there and I'm gonna try. I'm sure gonna get in there and try. You know what I'm saying? And try. I'm not gonna be doing boxing my whole fucking go to the Olympics and all this stuff. Talking about I breathe, sweat, all this bleed, sweat, and all this stuff, tears, boxing, and then just to get in there to do that shit. You know? Like this dude literally ain't got nobody training him how to block a motherfucking jab, how to slip a damn jab. That's crazy. And you would think right, how slow those jabs come off and stuff like that. It would have been the best perfect time to work on slipping the jab against Joe Joyce. It's almost like they wanted that dude to lose. It's almost like everybody around him wanted him to go up in there and get his butt whooped. That's what it was like. As far as where I sit, because they didn't teach him how to slip a jab. Hell, he could have been like, hey, Clarissa, how you be slipping them jabs like that, girl? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Usyk, show me how you be slipping them jabs, man. You know what I'm saying? He could have got with somebody. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. Any professional fighter that's going over there with Tyson Fury, y'all ain't learning shit. Any professional fighter that's going over there with Tyson Fury, you ain't learning shit. You're learning how to lose. You're gonna learn how to fucking lose. You're learning how to lose. Because they don't want you to win over there either. They need you to get up in there and fight who the fuck. They want you to fight and get up in there and get your brains mashed up against their fighter, because that's exactly what they're gonna do. That's exactly what they're gonna do. Hold up. Yeah, fuck you, Laws. He said, Michael, I got a dip. I'll ring you at weekend, brother. Food time, brother. Oh, it's tea time. Okay. Derek Bailey, facts, Mike. Wary Cry, UK doing baby fights. I wouldn't say they doing baby fights, but I would say that like the level of competition some of these guys be facing, and then like their boxing abilities when you see them in the ring, it seemed like they want the dudes to lose. It seemed like they want them to lose. That's just me. That's just me. Everybody can, like Stormy B Man used to say, all these cats that got them, they sit up over there, they put a towel around their shoulder, and then they just say they're a trainer. But can't nobody slip a damn jab. You know? Look at Derek Chisora, look at Dillian White. All it is come forward and throw punches off balance. Throw it as hard as you can. Just throw it as hard as you can. If you're gonna mess up going 100%. You know, that's what they do. Derek Bailey said they thought Joyce would get tired. That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, oh yeah, that too. And I tell people this all the time. Right? Speaking about people getting tired. I know it's still kind of on the subject what I'm about to say. Right? You can't be 6'7", right? And 250, 260, 270, almost 300 pounds doing 5 miles a day every day. And sit up over there acting like your knees is gonna be okay. Right? It's just not gonna happen. You can't be that fucking tall, doing all that and that heavy, doing all that damn running today, right? Like you allegedly say you is without having bad knees. And then you're doing it on concrete. You're not doing it on grass, you're doing it on concrete. Think about it. I'm just saying. It doesn't add up, do it. It doesn't add up, do it. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. The only thing that's saving Tyson Fury is his height, weight, and he can move a bit. When he can't move no more, it's a wrap. When he can't move like that, it's gonna be a wrap. I mean, it's evident. Look at Roy Jones. Even look at Stavern. When Stavern was in tip-top shape when he fought Deontay the first time, look what happened. When Stavern was out of shape, too heavy, look what happened. He couldn't move. And in some aspects of the fight, he couldn't afford to move because he was too scared that he was gonna gas out too quick, or he was already gassed. Yeah. I'm just saying, y'all, man. This shit don't be adding up. The shit that these people be saying, with all this road work and shit, there's other ways to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you one thing, you can ask anybody. Running on concrete is not good. Running on concrete is not good for you. I don't care who says it is. They can kiss my ass. And you damn near 300 pounds, 6'7". Get the fuck out of here. You ain't running. Ben Davis told on your ass a long time ago. Ben Davis said the whole scoop. Ben Davis said you show up to the gym when you feel like it. It's easier for your ass to conserve energy in the ring when everybody is smaller than your ass when you can lean on it. Right? When everybody you fighting against ain't mobile. That's why his ass gassed out against Steve Cunningham. That's why his ass got put on his ass by Steve Cunningham, matter of fact, as well, too. Because he had that motherfucking move. He didn't stand in one place. He didn't just rock back and forth. He didn't just go to the left. He didn't just, to his right. He didn't just shuffle around. He moved. He made that motherfucker have to pick up his legs and move. And when he got tired, what did he do? He started dropping elbows. Started wrestling. Wary Cry said, nah, Joshua's a big boy and Fury's 1-2. Usyk, Fury's 1-2. Usyk, all three veterans. I mean, veterans in what aspect? Like they've been boxing for a long time. Like that goes for everybody in the sport of boxing. But are you gonna get up in there and exploit your opponent's weaknesses and stuff. Because Anthony Joshua right now, he's sounding like he ain't. Anthony Joshua's still sounding like he ain't got no heart. He making all kind of excuses on why he didn't knock out Jermaine Franklin. You know what I'm saying? All they do is say, hey, I didn't have the opportunity. I didn't see it. I just couldn't do it. Shout outs to him. He made all kind of excuses on why he didn't knock a guy out. Just saying. I'm just saying. The dude that was probably Jermaine Franklin's like what? First time going 12 rounds? I'm just saying. And he couldn't fucking do it. And he couldn't do it. I mean, I don't know, y'all. I don't know what to tell you. He couldn't do it. You got y'all. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it kind of sent it, huh? Word Cry said they putting on fights like the PBC put on lightweight fights. Yeah, I don't think they really care. Like some of those weight divisions, I think they care, man, but I just don't think they can get the fighters that they want to get. You know, because it's a lot of investment going on. You know, that's a lot of fucking fighters to have, you know, under one umbrella and to try to appease everybody. You know, it's a lot going on. You know, I mean that's why the only thing I would give to MVP Promotions is that they treat their women the best.